Hey guys, this is Tim with InflatableOffice and Event Office, and I wanted to show you one of the new things that we just released, and that is knowing availability of a vendor item that you might be sharing from someone else who is using our software as well. Now, we've always been able to show you availability of any vendor that you have in our system because we send out an email automatically to them and they can update the availability. Now, though, we are going to give you real-time updates on availability of anybody that's inside of our system and using our software. Now, uh, it's pretty easy to do, but I want to show you some of the things because it's not completely, it's one of the more complicated things that you can do in here when you're setting up some shared stuff. So we're going to look at two different accounts. We have one account over here, so this is one person, and then this is the other person, okay? So for the purpose of this, I'm going to primarily be speaking like we're the demo people, and our friend is this Duffy account, okay? So I'm going to say, if I'm Duffy, if maybe I talked to my friend and they said, yeah, we have a dry mega slide if you want to use it, we're happy to let you use it, demo. And so all they would do is they would come in and they'd go to their item, and they'd come down to the advanced section, and they'd say, yes, I want to share it. Now they can do specific companies if they want and enter in the company names that are allowed to share. That's new. Or they can say the entire IO universe, which is what we've always used in the past. So all they have to do is save that. Now they can tell you, hey, it's available to share. So what you do is you come into the vendors area. So you come here and click on vendors, and you go and say, I want to see the vendors available for sharing because this is my current list of vendors in my demo account. So I click on this. And now I see, oh, there's the Duffy account. So those are the people. That's the one I want to add to my vendors. So now I can share items with them. Okay. So once I do that, I just go to the inventory, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing. I'm going to click down here and say, I want to see my available vendor items. So this is any vendor that I've added, any item that has not yet been added to my inventory that they are sharing with me. Okay. So this one hasn't been added yet. So the easiest way to do this, now you can check this box and say, yes, I want to add that item if you have meant a lot of them or something like that. But the easiest way is just to click on it, and it's going to say you can't edit this until you add it to your inventory. You're going to say, okay, do you want to view it? And we'll go ahead and view it and show you it. So we've actually added it to our inventory already. That was easy. It makes a copy. And so we see the vendor is, as we said. Now, if you want to make any changes to this, you can, pricing and different things like that. Because we don't copy certain things. So you would have to put in things like pricing and so forth. So we can put something in here real quick. And we're going to go and save it. But guess what? It's not going to work. Why is that? Because we have to specify where we want this to show up. And so we're going to have it show on any of our pages that we're doing. We aren't restricting it. And we're not going to, but the thing we want to do here is we want to pay real close attention to this. If you want to add a category and have it displayed to on your website or on your checkout pages, you have to check this box to do it. I'm not going to do that in this case because I don't want to be charged against my subscription limit. I just want to borrow this item, and whenever I need it, I'll tell my customer about it, and they'll be able to rent it. So I just click this add button, and it just says all pages. So we just have to have an entry in there. So that tells us that we understood. We're not going to set a category for this. Okay, so that's it. We're going to go ahead and close that and save it and close it. And now we're going to go and see how this works. We're going to use it. So we're going to go to our leads and events. And we're going to pick this one here. Doesn't matter. You know, we could start with a new one or whatever. And we're going to go down here and do a search. So now we're going to search for this mega slide. Oh, and we can see immediately that it's unavailable. If I add it in, same sort of thing. It's showing unavailable. It's unavailable because, well, it just says this is the current lead is showing it unavailable. Well, that just means that, you know, they have it rented out during that time. So let's go back over here and I'll show you that it is indeed rented out during that time. Well, here we go. So we're going to click on this one, and sure enough, you see that it is rented from 3 to 10 on the 29th, and this one's it from 4 to 7. So now, if we were to change this, or if it wasn't set to that, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll save it. Now, when we refresh this, we're going to see that this item will now be available. Okay, so let's go in here, and sure enough, it's now available, and we can put it on here, and we can save this and use it on the next event. So we always give priority or precedent to the thing that was booked first, and I think in this case, it's always the priority is always given to the owner of the item. So it's not necessarily what's booked first, but the owner of the item has priority. So even if you add this in and it's good to go, if they later book this item on the day that you want it, it's going to start to show up unavailable. So even though it's showing available, you do need to communicate with them and say, look, I've got this item that I'm going to be needing from you on this day and time, so don't book it out with anyone else. Now, the next thing that we're going to be doing for you is making it very simple for when you book this item, for it to automatically create another lead in the system here, showing them that you are indeed interested in that item, and it'll put it on in their system so that they can start seeing that that item is not available because you wanted it, and they don't have to enter it in manually and stuff like that. So that's coming, but right now we're already giving you some good stuff to show you kind of how you can see availability of any item that your friend owns that you might be sharing with them. So hope you enjoyed that, and as always, look forward to more good updates. Thanks.